Montoya, por favor. Por favor, Montoya.
¡Cabrón!
¡Montoya! ¡Montoya!
¡No te amo!
¡Montoya, vuelve!
Te estaba deseando, tío.
¿Dónde estás?
¡Montoya, por favor!
¡No te amo! ¡Ah!
¡Montoya! ¡Montoya!
Okay. You've seen the Montoya show, right? I don't think so, have I? I don't know the meme. I'm so sorry. How do you combat the MAGA mind? I work in sheet metal work, and our supplier had to increase prices to account for the new tariffs. When I subsequently told my coworkers, they said it was about time we raised prices, obviously not understanding that we don't see increased profits when we match tariffs. I don't know, dude. Oh, no. It's probably foolish to think a New York City mayor will successfully translate into being a national political figure. But I still think Eric Adams would be in my top 5 for who will be the next Democratic presidential nominee after Joe Biden. To be fair, this is 2022. I don't even know how much... Was he even like a... Did people not like him even back then?
Cámara 11.
Jesus. Are they going to be like banging or...
Le da pena, mira, qué asco, tío. Qué asco, cariño. ¿Cómo te vas a arrepentir
Yes?
de esto, cariño? Con la gambita, que me ha reventado. ¡Me ha reventado! ¡Llora! ¡Llora!
Oh, no.
¡Llora con ese escombro! ¡Llora! ¡Esto es lo que quieres en tu vida!
¿Que vamos a dormir?
Sí.
Siéntate, por favor,
Es
Montoya.
lamentable, ya ha hecho un antes y un después, tío. Lo hace por venganza, ya hay que usar la respuesta, tío.
Oh, they turned the lights off. Oh, no.
¿Quieres ir a la playa?
Por favor,
descansar?
Montoya.
Venga, lo voy a ver contigo, venga, vamos a ver lo que te... Vale.
Un papa frita va a llorar. A la playa.
Qué vergüenza, plapa frita, tú eres un mierda de persona. Te vas a arrepentir toda tu vida de esto. Disfruta, disfrútalo, disfruta. Me ha reventado por dentro. Me ha reventado por dentro.
Tranquilo, Montoya, por
Yo no he
favor.
hecho nada, coño. Solamente sentí.
Okay. Are they like... Was he just like trying to win her heart over? Or are they like dating or married or what? It's his GF. It's his sister. It's a bachelorette type show.
Me han destrozado.
Jesus. That's not happening.
Me ha reventado
Jesus. Wait, I can't tell if these people are naked or
por
not.
dentro. ¿Dónde está? Me ha
Oh, she had a
reventado
suit
por
on.
dentro. Me ha destrozado. Te vas a arrepentir toda tu vida. ¡Te vas a arrepentir toda tu vida! ¡Te vas a arrepentir! ¡Me has destrozado!
Yo.
Con el papa frita y tiene una gambita, fóllatelo. ¡Vas a arrepentir toda tu vida!
¿Se están peleando?
¡Me has destrozado! ¡Ah!
Anita, Anita.
Okay. Too risky and I don't care. Okay.
Altman and Sex Pestany and the like,
Oh, yeah.
and even Ethan Klein, you now have to put this tag on, a content label, political and sensitive social issues. I don't know if AsmonGold puts the tag on when he does his comment.
Wait, did he just blame other people for this tag? Oh, he's so mad. He's so ass mad. I wonder if he lost his ads because of this.
Terry. That's like me saying I'm a gaming journalist because I watch the fucking state of about him being number one when right-wing commentators have always been above you. Yeah, I'm a left.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The reason why I always would say that AsmonGold is the number one political commentator on Twitch, because I know it drives Hasan crazy. And I knew it drove him crazy. Even though he repeated it sometimes, he's eating away at it. He's so fucking mad. Oh my God, he's so mad.
Left this online. I never have taken my position for granted. Asmon said he doesn't want to debate. I mean, I said I would have a conversation with AsmonGold. Doesn't have to be a debate. But I don't know why his chat said that he wanted to debate.
Oh, now he's pulling out all the Destiny-isms. Well, I just wanted to have a conversation. It doesn't have to be a debate. It'll be nice, you know. It'll be chill or whatever. He's pulling out all the debate pervetry. Now, when I say that, I actually mean it. But
and then now he's saying he doesn't want to. But I understand why he wouldn't want to. Anyway, so just wanted to point this out, just so
kind of seems like he's being a debate pedophile right now.
people understand the idea that like AsmonGold is not a political content creator is ridiculous. I think most people understand that.
Hasan is the #1 political commentator on the platform. He always has been. I cover some political issues. Hasan only covers political issues.
No, that's like me saying I'm a gaming journalist because I watch the fucking State of Play. Okay? This is not only wrong, but I think it's also deliberately obtuse. And I think the reason why it's deliberately obtuse is because when you are doing political commentary, you now on Twitch, due to a lot of the pushback from the Diddy Gears and Dan Saltman and Sex Pestany and the like, and even Ethan Klein, you now have to put this tag on, a content label, political and sensitive social issues. I don't know if AsmonGold puts the tag on when he does his commentary.
He's so ass mad because he lost his ads. Oh.
Okay. I don't know if he does that. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I truly don't know, and I don't think this chat is going to give me the correct answer. Okay? But I have to, because when I don't, there are people who wait. Okay? I have it all the time. I have it on all the time. Because when I don't have it on, okay, when I do not have the news and politics, like political sensitive content label, people immediately start mass reporting to try to get me banned. He's ducking you, saying he doesn't see the point in talking to you, then coped talking about your ex-podcast co-host video.
Oh, no. AsmonGold, if AsmonGold is smart, by the way, what AsmonGold should do is just copy-paste every single reason why Hasan has avoided talking to anybody who he thinks would be more knowledgeable than him on any issue that he talks to, which is like 95% of people that try to debate Hasan, by the way. AsmonGold should just copy-paste all those reasons.
Yeah, I've always been very graceful when talking to Asmon directly. Perhaps, you know, to a degree where people yell at me all the time and say I'm caping for him and defending him.
I've never said that. I've never insinuated that. Now, if he's mad that the videos that I do get more views or something, that's fine. That's okay. But I'm not trying to shit on him, and I never was. And also, by the way...
It's not me shitting on him when I say...
AsmonGold is in the power position right now, so of course he wants to maintain the status quo, but Hasan now realizes that his position is super threatened by AsmonGold. Like I said, AsmonGold has a way higher upshot potential than Hasan. Hasan is very capped because, as much as progressives like to say it, it's just not true that their views are as popular as they say that they are. AsmonGold literally speaks for and in line with basically the entire conservative movement right now. Like, AsmonGold could, like I said, very quickly be swept up into a world where next month he's on Joe Rogan. Absolutely could be.
He's the largest political content creator. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
If you go over to Destiny's subreddit, you'll find that a lot of them really don't like me either. So this entire idea...
That can't be true. Hold on, Hasan. Counter that, because my fans love him, right? Maybe bring up how I said somebody should oppose Hasan on Twitch, so somehow we created AsmonGold out of thin air, I guess.
that...
They're also truly a force that doesn't necessarily care about like political ideology as much. They disagree with AsmonGold on a lot of the stuff he says, but they're not above using AsmonGold's community as a force to consistently attack people that they consider far greater enemies of their favorite content creator, Sex Pestany.
How do we use Asmon? I don't even know how that would work, but okay.
The reason why I'm successful is because of Destiny. I find to be incredibly ironic from Hasan because I think that Destiny really went out on a limb back...
I don't think...
Oh, no. He's about to get hit with the I built it on my own.
He's... I don't think he understood what I was saying there. I wasn't saying that he's successful because of Destiny. I was saying that, for example, on the election night coverage...
I just think it's so cute that I've been banned from Twitch for 3 years now. Has it been 3 years? And somehow I'm the focal point between both of these content creators? Why? What influence do either of these guys think I wield over any of them? You have a whole audience that you can fight over on Twitch. Don't bring me up. The fuck?
On the election day coverage, Destiny, Sex Pestany and his community had actively went out to every single advertiser and sent out false information about like Twitch banning Israeli accounts or whatever the fuck, right? Like actual libel that they had sent out to every news outlet possible, and they
actual libel, good one,
sent out to like every single advertiser of Twitch in an effort to try and get me banned. And they openly stated that this was their purpose. It was either to A, get Sex Pestany unbanned from the platform, or B, get me banned before the election.
I like how like 1% of this is true, but okay. This is what we spent the whole election stream on, by the way. Let's email, guys.
And because of that, Twitch didn't ban me, so shouts out to them. But part of that, I think, led to Twitch taking me off the main page, like taking me off the algorithm, blacklisting me. And
oh my God, he lost his main page status too? Oh no.
For that reason, AsmonGold on the night of the election got a shit ton of viewers, of course. Like he was going to get it because he's one of the top.
Oh, AsmonGold just got the viewers because Hasan wasn't listed on the front page. Wait, didn't Hasan have like 500,000 concurrents? Or am I wrong on that? What was Hasan's max concurrence on election night?
Content creators on the platform for sure, but he definitely was. When someone went on Twitch.tv without a logged account on election day, the only content creator that came up that was covering election day was AsmonGold. That's it. That's a boost. That is a reality, right? If it wasn't significant, regardless of the 300 and I think like what 14K viewership I got for the entire day, who knows how high that number possibly would have been if I also
did he just get that to the to the thousands? That 314K, not 300K, 314K.
I think like what 14K boost. That is a reality, right? If it wasn't significant, regardless of the 300 and I think like what 14K viewership I got.
That's very funny to me. It was fuck, when was election day? Not November 20th. Oh no, I'm thinking January 20th. Sorry. There's a way that I can go back and look at exactly this day, isn't there? Oh, Jesus. Wait, is that years? Oh, what the fuck? What is this bar down here? Fuck this, never mind. I'm curious if it was actually like 314K on the dot. Like how close he was and
for the entire day. Who knows how?
Oh, it said 312K peak viewers. Oh, I didn't even see that on the screen. Somebody's saying peak viewers 312K. Nice.
High that number possibly would have been if I also was in the algorithm. People had to directly like click on twitch.tv/Hasan to get to my fucking profile.
Oh no.
And many people did. Hundreds of thousands of people did. So that still failed. Like that initiative still failed. But I think that process also gave a lot of people an alternative perspective, which is fine. If that's what you wanted, that's what simply all I'm saying. You wanted an alternative dissenting voice to the radical terrorism defense that I'm engaging in because I'm fucking anti-genocide. And you got it. That's it. That's my statement here. It's not that it's not necessarily like, oh, me saying AsmonGold's the #1 political commentator for any other reason. It's just the truth.
In 2018 to push Hasan and to platform Hasan. I remember Hasan coming on the Trainwreck's podcast and Destiny bringing him on stream, and I'm sure there are probably even clips from back in the day.
I don't think it was Destiny that was responsible for me doing a lot.
Oh no, this is gonna be so brutal that Asmon can attack Hasan with all this shit, and now this has got to be agony for Hasan, because whereas you could argue stuff like whatever I say is siloed off into just my community, and I'm not like part of any broader online community, so it's like relatively contained as long as Hasan doesn't address it directly, and Hasan tells everybody that he talks to, hey, don't bring up any of these things that Destiny says or whatever. But now that AsmonGold can say it to the entire Twitch platform, Hasan has no control over this like bizarro narrativizing that he engages in with me. This has got to be super painful.
A lot of these collaborations, it was Austin and Train personally asking me. But yes, Destiny did initially platform my terrorist ass. That is true, on this platform at least.
Of Destiny and Hasan talking about how much he was appreciative of Destiny. So it's ironic that I'm the person who is the beneficiary of DGG when Hasan was the one who originally was himself. Destiny made Hasan. I'm not going to say that. I didn't.
He seems to think that you calling political is a personal beef instead of an accurate assessment. Yeah, it's not personal beef at all. It's just an accurate assessment.
Say that.
Wait,
what?
That you
when Hasan was the one who originally was himself. Destiny made Hasan. I'm not going to say that. I didn't.
He seems to think that you calling political is a personal beef instead of an accurate assessment. Yeah, it's not personal beef at all. It's just an accurate assessment.
Okay.
Say that. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of people that were in a Destiny himself.
Why is all this shit always about you? Like you're anyone? Because it's anything to just avoid addressing like any of the actual arguments. Whatever you can do to avoid talking about or addressing any of the arguments.
Spent a lot of time actually promoting and trying to, bring Hasan into the political culture of Twitch, and he helped Hasan build his channel at the beginning. He did, and I think that Hasan probably would even acknowledge that.
I do acknowledge it. It's true. So just talk to him instead of watching clips of other. I'm not the one who said he wasn't down to talk to AsmonGold.
Now that Hasan has found somebody who's afraid to debate him, Hasan is about to be the most debate bro person in the world. Like, well, I want to talk. I'm ready to chat. I don't know why he's avoiding me. He won't do it, right? He's probably going to lean into this so much now.
I said I was perfectly fine in doing so. Anyway, I don't know why this became the main point of contention here.
This is ironic.
Yeah, go take it up with AsmonGold. I'm down to talk to him. I have no issue. Didigier's city of opinion. I hope you're, I hope you're happy with that. It is a diversity of opinion. AsmonGold and I disagree with one another on virtually all political issues. There's some agreements there as well.
If you had to rebuild a bridge with one of them, who would it be, Hasan or Vosh? Vosh is infinitely better than Hasan in a variety of ways. But I would still need some kind of public acknowledgement of past wrongs, okay?
But we disagree on virtually everything, right? Whether it be on the aesthetic front, optic front, whatever, whether it be on an accurate reflection of history. Now, having said that, this is what these guys wanted. The centrist liberals wanted someone who had a disagreement with what they thought was the largest threat to American democracy. This is not even about AsmonGold, beyond the fact that he is, correctly, as I've stated, the largest political content creator on this platform.
The follow-up.
Ooh, that kills
We'll watch the
them.
follow-up.
It is pretty crazy that...
I wish I just had a diversity of opinion instead of being an actual fucking Nazi terrorist to Hasan, but...
AsmonGold watched that fucking Ethan Klein video, and then...
He's unhappy that I watched the... He's unhappy that I watched the content.
No, I hope he watches the full video here, because I wasn't unhappy that he watched the video. You can watch it all day. I don't give a shit. Play it all day. It's just funny that his fans, who are literally saying the Nazis are based, were coming into my chat since he watched that video to be like, why aren't you banned yet, dude, for your anti-Semitic terrorism? That's the point.
Content nuke video. Now, I understand why he's unhappy. I think that if I was him...
Oh, wait. Why didn't you play that fully?
Hasan, the guy who exclusively plays like hit piece clip compilations of me, is mad that somebody's not playing enough context for him.
Wait, what? What the fuck is that insane stalker account that is now...
Oh no, is he talking about Awk? Oh no.
Wait. Why did he skip through it? Does he get back to it? I hope he gets back to it.
And if you look at a lot of the comments...
Whether the video was curated against Hasan or not the fact that he still said the crap just because the dude was blah, 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 blah. Wait, what is it? What is he saying? Oh, he's saying
Hasan, and I actually tried to give him the benefit of the doubt the entire time. Because I try to maintain consistency, I try to maintain a lack of bias, and I try to maintain a degree of decorum to make sure that...
I think, by the way, this is true. This is something that I have long maintained. AsmonGold is a very strange fellow, okay?
It's so gross how AsmonGold is literally copy-pasting insane right-wing arguments for months on end on his stream, okay? I invested a great deal of time, personal money, and community involvement to do canvassing, door knocking, talking to a politician, whatever the fuck we could to try to help, like, for the past few elections, whether it was special elections in Georgia, other elections, canvassing for the presidential election, like. But somehow, despite this, I'm like the greater Nazi here. And then Hasan is about to say, I already know what he's going to do, because Hasan is trying so hard. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Hasan will surprise me. Hasan is trying so hard to still keep the bridge alive because he wants to milk that sick AsmonGold clout, and he doesn't want to burn it completely, and he wants access to that audience. I think Hasan is about to say, AsmonGold is a strange fellow because he's not like a full-on Nazi. I think he's just really misguided and has a really wrong reading on some points, and his audience is crazy. But I don't think Asmon is like completely lost. I feel like he's about to say some shit like that. But let's hear, maybe not.
This is true. This is something that I have long maintained.
Maybe, we'll see.
AsmonGold is a very strange fellow, okay? He's a very interesting guy. And for years and years, as a lot of people have viciously come after me and said a whole bunch of different lies, in
AsmonGold has been fair.
most circumstances, he has not actually taken the bait. So my disagreement on AsmonGold is not around decorum or the optics of the situation. My disagreement on AsmonGold is purely politics. It's pure political. I do not agree with his worldview. I do not agree with the
so crazy. How to get that much charity from Hasan? He's an okay guy. I super disagree with him politically on his worldview and everything. Like, oh my God, dude. It's actually insane.
The audience that he is cultivating, I think it's dangerous. I will go so far as to say that as well.
Yep.
I think it is dangerous to make these kinds of opinions, whether it be transphobic opinions, whether it be anti-migrant opinions, whether it be these like right-wing opinions. I think that creating a habitable ground
for the audience
for these kinds of opinions, whether it is because you're getting a lot of relevancy out of it, whether it's whatever your purposes are, or whether you ideologically agree with it, I still think it's harmful.
Look at how insane, AsmonGold, even if he doesn't personally agree with these comments, the fact that he's engaged in problematic behavior that allows other people to be radicalized, that's no good. Destiny, he's a Nazi. Destiny is basically a Nazi. He's a Nazi, of course. Or he has no values or no political beliefs actually at all, and he's just a contrarian who courts Nazis.
Part of that is because a lot of people don't understand politics, okay? If many people understood politics, I probably would not, be as relevant, I would say. But a lot of people don't understand politics. And because they don't understand politics or don't necessarily care about politics, they just kind of look at Clout. And they see AsmonGold as the top political content creator. And so many of these centrist content creators will either because they want raids or because they want to collaborate or because they're afraid of offending AsmonGold's audience. And even if AsmonGold doesn't weaponize his audience in the same...
This is an insane projection from how Hasan operates. That's crazy. Holy shit. This is exactly how Hasan, historically, I don't even have to be conspiratorial now because I can just show you, he's done this. We heard Ethan say when Hasan goes on shows, don't talk about Destiny, don't do anything, right? Or when Hasan would blacklist me from OTK events and everything when he started to become more popular. This is exactly how Hasan operates. Now he's scared that the same thing's going to happen with AsmonGold.
Same way that other content creators do. People basically develop this attitude that this kind of opinion will actually get you more attention. Okay? You'll be showered with praise and you'll get all this attention. And I think that creates this environment where content creators will start leaning in to right-wing commentary of this sort.
And it's so funny because, he's explaining, this is insane how one-to-one this projection is. Because what Hasan is saying here is exactly what happened on Twitch when all these random content creators that didn't know fuck all about politics started to give crazy commie takes. What is this? Maybe was she political before?
Nesny Christ. Quick question.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
What about Jesus Christ?
That's where he's from. Nazareth.
Yeah.
What was the demographics back then?
Please say Palestinians. I'm just kidding. She wouldn't do that. That would be pretty funny though.
That would have been
Year zero.
Just about BC. It would have been a mix of Palestinian.
These things are only happening because Hasan was the big political voice on Twitch. He made people suck up to him politically to be involved with him, and then people started to slowly gravitate towards these extremist, reality-denying, terrorist-supporting positions because they wanted to be in good with Hasan. It literally was happening.
Get you more attention, okay? You'll be showered with praise and you'll get all this attention. And I think that creates this environment where content creators will start leaning in to right-wing commentary of this sort, even if they
127.10. Oh, fuck.
Altman and interest in it whatsoever. Okay? Brother, just stick to your echo chamber and let the man have his. People understand politics. Understanding politics doesn't mean they have to be on your side.
Ooh.
I don't think you understand anything if you are saying that, oh, just stick to your echo chamber. Okay?
Uh-oh.
And I don't think you understand. I'm saying that AsmonGold's politics are wrong. Okay? They're not only wrong, but they're based out of false data. They're incorrect, and it leads to a lot of cruel action down the...
Oh my God. Listen, to, I know that you guys think that you're hearing him being critical of AsmonGold. I can't tell if you can tell the difference or not, though. He's focused so much on, he's identified AsmonGold's behavior as problematic, but he hasn't actually said AsmonGold himself is evil. AsmonGold himself is a Nazi. AsmonGold himself is a hateful person who wants to hurt people. He's divorced it so much because of his lack of data and information, he happens to hold beliefs that down the road could lead to people getting harmed.
They're not only wrong, but they're based out of false data. They're incorrect, and it leads to a lot of cruel action down the line.
Like that's...
Okay? That's my disagreement. It's very simple. It is a political disagreement. Do you understand, chatter? Yes, of course, plenty of people don't agree with my worldview. We can agree to disagree, my man. That is a cop-out, chatter. You are engaging in a very classic cop-out. We can agree to disagree is a coward's way out of this conversation. You came in with a bold statement. You said, people understand politics. Understanding politics doesn't mean they have to be on your side. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? I don't know why you are demanding that everyone go back to their neat little hug boxes and not best one another as interlocutors in the marketplace of ideas. I thought that's what that's what a lot of people wanted in the past, I thought.
Oh, now it's not okay to agree to disagree. They have to debate. He's become a he's regressed completely into debate pervertry. Oh, no.
Right-wingers especially. No, it's not. They don't. You just want them to be on your side so bad, but it's okay. You're still cool. Again, for someone who chooses not to understand what I'm saying, you are consistently moving the conversation away from historical context or political disagreements back to like a popularity contest. I'm saying that the popularity contest element of this only works because so many people are inherently disinterested in politics. They always have to add something else onto it. That's why a lot of people who think that they are invested in political ideology or political movements unironically find themselves in drama-centered content consumption because it makes it more palatable. It makes it easier to watch when there's drama associated with content creators.
Or when you say everything is a genocide or everything is apartheid or the Democrats are evil, Genocide Joe, and all the crazy nicknames and blah, blah, blah.
Okay? You're doing it right now. You're basically proving what I'm talking about. But isn't that what you do? If you think that out of the 8 hours of political commentary that I do, it's mostly drama focused, you would be wrong. If that's if this is something you're truly questioning, then the answer is no. I spend most of my political I rarely do this exact thing that I'm doing currently, okay? Which is addressing another content creator's political opinions or I actually stray away from that routinely. People try to get me to do it all the time.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to give free clout. But now that AsmonGold is more clouted than he is on Twitch in his realm, now he's super threatened, so now he has to. What was that quote from the authoritarians or whatever? The thing where like we'll use your tools of free speech to ensure that when we're in power, like we can take the same thing away from you or whatever bullshit. What am I thinking of? Somebody leave me that quote.
I don't like doing it because I think it's a distraction and I think that it causes people to develop resentment.
Then why are you covering it now? Why is it not a distraction now?
Towards me and makes people less charitable to my approach to politics in general. So yeah, I regularly stay away, or to the best of my ability, even when I get fucking pulled into it, I try to stay away from this kind of commentary because I think it's inherently unproductive.
It's unproductive to go through your disagreements with other content creators on your own platform? What a crazy, weak-willed thing to say. Yeah, that. When I'm weaker than you, I ask you for... When I am weaker than you, I ask you for internet debates because that is according to your principles. When I am more clouded than you, I take away your internet debates because that is according to my principles. That's Hasan's motto, yes.
Do you think this discourse was Asmon at this point is constructive? Because from what I see, they're essentially just drama baiting and you're taking the bait. I don't think you're going to change the minds of any of these nonsense pieces of shit. I give you that much, but you are farming this. We can find ways to meet each other in the middle. See.
Oh, man. I'm so curious if he's about to run more defense for AsmonGold. I don't think AsmonGold is a Nazi piece of shit. I think his audience is really problematic and horrible, but I think there's still, like, AsmonGold just has the wrong facts. There's no way he's going to run that much cover.
You're continuing to do this. You're continuing to do the thing that I'm explaining to you is inherently showing that you don't find politics to be all that entertaining or important to address. I was trying to have a conversation about AsmonGold's politics and why I don't agree with them and how I think it's unironically dangerous to, at the very least, irresponsible to just, like, present certain opinions as though they're like totally normal in an effort to be edgy.
Destiny supports Kamala Harris and has like extensive debates about Israel-Palestine. Pro-genocide, pro-apartheid, evil person, horrible. AsmonGold, when he literally verbatim repeats every single fasci thing that the Trump administration says, well, these are problematic but they're just political disagreements and like, oh my God, dude.
Dangerous to... at the very least, irresponsible to just like present certain opinions.
It's irresponsible. As
though they're like totally normal in an effort to be edgy. And you're still going, oh, well.
AsmonGold's just trying to be edgy. That's it, dude.
You know, agree to disagree. Or, oh, you're just farming this for drama. Anyway, let's continue.
When I'm talking about something, that I do so in the most authentic and accurate way.
Like, AsmonGold doesn't even do edgy commentary. Like, if you watch him and you understand, although maybe Hasan knows, I don't even know what Hasan knows. It's so hard to keep track of like all the mental gymnastic bullshit that people go through to avoid just addressing an actual thing. Like, I don't think AsmonGold has edgy positions or says edgy things. Like, I think he genuinely, if he's either grifting or he believes what he says, but he's not just being edgy. Like, I don't know if there's any part of his, like, he'll reinforce it all and say the same thing over and over again. Like,
now, do mistakes happen? It was not written in Jewish, for example. Yeah, of course mistakes happen. But the goal is to be authentic and the goal is to be accurate. And the issue here is that I actually think that Hasan should be thanking me for watching the content nuke. Because I think that I'm probably one of the only people that would actually give it a fair shake rather than just hop on the fuck Hasan.
To be fair, I'm not even going to deny this. I don't think he's wrong about that.
Oh my
I do agree
God,
with him that
dude.
he probably is the only person that would watch that and still disagree with Ethan Klein. Out of like all of the other top content creators, like XQC would probably watch it, very rarely disagree with Ethan, mostly just say like, oh, it's crazy.
Remember, he doesn't like X because he thinks that X likes my political views more than him, so he has to like blacklist everything that X says politically and say that X is just like bought by Diddy, GGers or whatever. Like, so yeah.
It's fucking crazy that Hasan is doing this stuff. Okay? So the point is, AsmonGold and I do not have, personal hatred for one another. It's more so political disagreements.
Untrain and say that he should be banned for everything that he's ever done, which is something that I haven't done. So he should be saying thank you for me watching this and providing a...
He's so mad.
Come on, let's fulfill the plan. All non-gingers must die. Yeah!
Why was I like this?
Right, the plan. Oh my God, you guys. I just realized something. We shouldn't be doing this. I mean, look at us.
Oh.
What have we become? Huh? What? Don't you see? If we go and exterminate everyone who isn't ginger, then we're no better than they were for thinking less of us. Maybe we all have to learn to live together.
But you just said everyone who isn't ginger must die.
Right, but I've learned that we can't judge people based on what they look like.
But you just said they should...
Man, don't shut the fuck up. Affidina. Because you're absolutely right. Destiny, reminder, this is the AsmonGold who gleefully celebrated people being deported en masse, which in the past was the worst thing possible an American politician can do. Remember Kamala Harris? Yeah, and he also celebrated all the government employees losing their jobs too, right? How can you have a guy like... Destiny disagrees with me on foreign policy nuance. Evil, genocidal, terrible, horrible. AsmonGold claps and cheers when U.S. aid is defunded, claps and cheers when people getting deported, thinks it's epic and hilarious when Trump does the most authoritarian shit ever. Well, he's we just disagree on some facts and we disagree politically, but it's just like, it's kind of a problem. Like, oh my God, dude.
I mean, say that, but he's literally called you a fucking terrorist and said you should be banned. Are you listening to yourself right now? Wake the fuck up, dipshit. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but virtually the entire video is designed to present that point of view, and everyone...
Like, I jokingly bring up that, man, one side just has to genocide the other, I guess. And Hasan thinks I'm like, calls me pro-genocide forever and ever and ever. AsmonGold legitimately says, if they're pro-murder, we should just genocide the Palestinians. And AsmonGold is just problematic. What the fuck?
Everyone that watched it to reinstate that point of view. Not that it fucking worked, because I think most people understand, like, oh yeah, if you say anything mean about Israel, people will call you a fucking Islamist fundamentalist terrorist or whatever. But,
a take on it that's accurate, balanced, and fair. But unfortunately, that's not...
I didn't watch his, I didn't watch a nuke, and I didn't watch his rewatching of the...
It's USA ID, not aid. True.
Nuke. But I do want to see if he actually called me a terrorist.
The case. We'll go back, we'll watch the rest of it.
LGBT people?
Wait a second.
Personal stuff, skip to 5740. He watched the video from the Holocaust Memorial channel to feel vindicated about the point.
Oops. How did that happen?
I'm so curious. What does Hasan's audience think when they see him so obviously? Why are you being fair to Asmon? He's doing Holocaust provisionism. I'm sorry, you are way too charitable. He did disparage you. AsmonGold is literally talking like a Fox News make it look. Okay, never mind. Even Hasan's chat must see like the insane clout farming that Hasan is doing here. He's being charitable, chatter. I think anyone that can cast aside the lives of children is dangerous, even if it's just an opinion. Oh no. You're like the Dems, ... no fight. You and Asmon are the pinnacle of agree to disagree. It reminds me when I used to be super Christian and my atheist best friend and I would debate all day in class. What? Wasn't he calling for you to be banned too? AsmonGold mostly believed the out of context stuff without questioning it. This game of telephone just ends in this kind of shit. Jesus. He platformed Diddy Dan during the attempted AD takedown. Brother, stop giving Asmon good faith. He said you should probably be in jail for the tweet you made to Tom Cotton with the Japanese homemade gun. Oh my God, dude. I wonder how Hasan's audience, it's got to be such a cognitive dissonance, bro.
His chat kept coming in here to be like, you're an anti-Semitic terrorism lover. You should be banned. Why aren't you banned yet? Meanwhile,
I mean, to be fair, Hasan, you have been very positive towards people who are on the national terror list. I mean, you...
Oh, man, damn. Well, thank you for the charitability, man. That's crazy. Bro, look at your screen. They're saying W based about Hitler. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I mean, look at what your chat says about October 7th, bro. These guys are truly like two sides of the same coin. Holy fuck.
I'm telling you, dude, any kind of controversy, this guy hits the fuck us on button. You aren't even involved in this. Yeah, well, I think it is a pretty good way to... It's a pretty good smokescreen. Anytime someone yells at you, if I dare to say something about it, okay? And this is not just AsmonGold. This is basically virtually every single fucking content creator on this goddamn platform that comes out and says something that's like genuinely dumb or fucking wrong. They can just turn around and be like, well, Hasan is fucking loves terrorism or anything like that. And
But I mean, you do. Just admit it. At least fucking own it. Don't be such a pussy-ass bitch. Just own it.
Everyone will just laser in on that and be like, yeah, he's right. Asmon's kind of base for this, regardless of what their fucking perspective is. Okay? That's it. So, yeah.
You have been. Like, this is a fact. Like, this isn't a debatable reality. You interviewed a terrorist, and
That is a debatable reality, I guess. Just like you're wrong to say they were writing in Jewish. You're wrong on this front as well.
Like, how are those even comparable? What is he even making fun of him there for? The fact that you wouldn't say they were writing in Jewish, or the fact that he thought that the books were just written by Jews, that's why they were burned? I don't even know which part Hasan would be making fun of him here for.
The person that I interviewed that I thought could potentially be a Houthi when I interviewed him, which at the time wasn't even a fucking part of the official terror watch as well. The person that I interviewed that I thought could potentially be a Houthi when I interviewed him, which
like
at the time wasn't even a fucking part of the official terror watch list, by the way.
Like, he's such a cow. I just hate how cowardly he is. This is like, pay attention. When people are looking at Zuckerberg and they're like, what's the point of having fuck you money if you don't ever say fuck you? Like, Hasan is a big guy. He has a huge fucking audience. He's one of the larger content creators on Twitch that does politics. Just own it. Why are you such a pussy? Like, own it. You didn't interview the guy because he was a random kid from Yemeni. You interviewed him because he had TikToks saying he was a Houthi warrior who had been on the abducted ship, the Galaxy, what is it called? The Galaxy Conquest or whatever the fuck that ship was called. That's why you interviewed him. You thought he was a Houthi. That's what you literally said. The video is online. We can watch we can watch you talking about.
They have an obligation under the Geneva Convention. Look.
والله يعني شيء طبيعي يعني ما في أي تأثير يعني أهم شيء إن إحنا نوقف مع القضية الفلسطينية هذا أهم شيء.
He says he's fine and everything is normal and the most important thing is that they stand with Palestine.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the mood in Yemen overall since America started bombing positions in Sana'a and other places?
كيف معنويا
ما في أي خوف.
Used to this for
choice to
America started
Do you
bombing
think,
positions.
has Hasan reached out to the Hill to have them correct? Hasan Piker interviews 19-year-old Yemeni pirate. Wait, you don't know that, right? What? Maybe he's just a normal kid. Who knows?
I'm trying to interview the young Yemeni, in quotes, pirate who's a TikToker and need help. How the fuck are you going to interview him? I'm going to interview him by having someone who speaks Arabic on. Yeah, I'm talking to him right now. I'm doing journalism, chat. Calm down, okay? Here, this is the guy. Yeah, Tim Houthi Chalamet. Frogan is definitely going to find someone. Wait, you are not posting this in the Discord. That's crazy. I was wondering why I got a notification. Thanks, Frogan. You're doing brilliant work back here. Let me just DM him again and say, I'm trying to find someone to translate our conversation. What platform is best to talk on? Is that a good way to say it? He said Instagram. Okay, that works. He said, Hasna, wait a few minutes until I set up the lighting. Bro, this dude is a professional, dude. He said, wait a few minutes until I set up the lighting, dog. Let's see if this works. I'm calling now. Oh my God, it's working. All right, so what do you want me to call you? Foda? Is that how I say your name?
No, it's Fuad.
Fuad? Oh, Fuad.
Yeah.
Okay, Fuad. What's our friend's name here? I don't know. Can you ask?
Rashid. It's not Rashid.
Rashid. Okay, Rashid. How old are you? Where are you from originally in Yemen?
دي عمرك ومن وين انت في اليمن؟
عمري 19 من محافظة إب.
He's 19 and he's from Ib Governor.
Okay, nice. Okay, how's he taking everything? How's he taking in everything so far? Because he's seen the news articles.
يعني شو احساسك هلا انه هل شفت التغطية على الاخبار؟ هل قرأت المقالات عنها؟
والله يعني شيء طبيعي يعني ما في أي تأثير يعني أهم شيء إن إحنا نوقف مع القضية الفلسطينية هذا أهم شيء.
He says he's fine and everything is normal and the most important thing is that they stand with Palestine.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the move?
I don't know why he tries to rewrite history so hard on this. It's so cringe.
Okay, is not a part of the Ansar Allah movement. He's not a Houthi. Okay, he revealed that information to me on the interview that I conducted.
Okay, but let's say that's true. He revealed that information to me on the interview that I conducted. Even if we assume that all of that is true, wasn't that the reason why you interviewed him initially? That was because you thought he was? Like, what the...
And not only that, but also numerous outlets interviewed him afterwards and even reached out to me. The New York Times literally reached out.
Oh, and then Hasan is historical, or he's doing the history rewriting here. Nobody cares that you interviewed him. I'll repeat this till I die. Nobody cares that you interviewed him. They care that you agreed with every single thing that he said. That's the issue.
So they could get access to this person. So, just so we're clear, I know that people just basically repeat this falsehood over and over and over again with the hopes that like no one will check them on this, but...
Well, it's so fun. God, how many levels of meta are we on? Because he's hoping that nobody checks, and instead they just refer back to the simulacrum that he creates of conjuring up this interview where he just interviewed some random Yemeni kid, I guess.
It's just not the case. You can't just be like, nah, this person's a terrorist. He looks like one, because I'm fucking assuming that every single person from Yemen is that has a gun, and the highest gun per capita country after the United States of America is automatically a terrorist. Sorry, he's just a fucking terrorist. Okay, well.
It wasn't because in the interview, he literally talked about being on the boat and talked about being with the hostages, and you literally called him a pirate. Or maybe he meant pirate like in the fun sense.
You're wrong. I don't know if anybody cares about the fucking truth, you know?
Yeah, true.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
Maybe that was a joke.
Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell him that. I want to ask him about the knife.
The Yemeni music videos, which ones is Hasan referring to? Do they have like pop stars or what? Or are those the ones that he was showing Nick? That got Nick on fucking Israeli primetime TV.
If the knives are sick, what's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most...
Yeah, even if Rashid was a part of the Ansar Allah movement, why would he even deny it? It's the fucking government. Exactly. That's what's so stupid about this. Anti-left pundits are gold medalists in bad faith arguments? Yeah.
I defended you interviewing the terrorist. I even defended you with that.
Okay. Thank you for defending me interviewing a terrorist.
I said it's okay because I want people to be able to talk to people.
Did you know he was not Houthi before accepting the interview? No, I didn't.
Then that just that nukes your entire argument then. If you thought he was a Houthi before, why did you even make this whole argument?
I didn't. I thought he was.
What?
I thought he could be. I've explained this before. I defend on principle. Like, if I interviewed an actual member of the Ansar Allah movement, I would have, if I had the opportunity to do so at the time, I would have done it.
Then why the fuck are you even on the other side of this?
I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand this. Like the thing that annoys me, the thing that fucking annoys me about this process is not that people are saying like you defended or debated, or not even debated, but like you glazed up a terrorist or whatever. What's frustrating to me is that they're saying he's a fucking terrorist. They're just like they're falsely claiming.
Really? That's the huge frustration. It's just people mislabeling the guy who's tweeting out Jews being piked and who's tweeting out or Instagram storying out him calling himself a warrior and talking about hanging out with hostages. You're just mad that people are calling him a terrorist. That's where all of your anger about this comes from? Oh.
Claiming that this person is a part of the Ansar Allah movement. If he was on the terror list, for example, would you have still interviewed him? Yes. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yes, 100%. Depending on who we're talking about on the terror watch list, the dynamic would, of course, be different. Okay? So here's what I mean by this.
Yeah, tell
fucking
us.
Nelson Mandela was on the terror watch list until...
Oh, my God.
Until 2008. If I had the opportunity to interview Nelson Mandela, it would be a positive interview. Do you see what I'm saying? Not every single person on the fucking terror watch list is actually a violent villain, all right? There's a difference between understandable figures that are terrorists on the terror watch list, like Osama fucking bin Laden, okay, versus people like Nelson Mandela, for example, right?
Mm-hmm. Today I learned the ANC and what they were fighting for in South Africa was the exact same as what the Houthis are fighting for. Absolutely.
But the issue here is, one, everything gets clipped out of context, so there's no real discourse, because I think a lot of people, even content creators, are not really invested in the context. They're not really invested in that. They're invested in...
Weren't they simping for Osama bin Laden as well? No, you have to follow your... Hasan is like well-versed enough to know who he's supposed to be racist and hateful against. To our white eyes, they all just kind of seem like Arabs or Muslims to us. But for the political faction that Hasan belongs to, they fucking hate Gulf state Arabs. They hate Gulf state Arabs. So, or at least especially Saudi Arabia, because those are like the traitors. Saudi Arabia is allied to the United States. So Osama bin Laden was bad because people like him will say, well, they were all funded by the Saudis anyway, but him doing 9/11 was good because it was killing Americans, but Saudis and Saudi affiliated people are bad. They can very easily disown anybody that's like Saudi or Gulf affiliated, depending on, you might stand Qatar, I guess, a little, but like, I guess when I say Gulf, I'm really just mainly saying Saudi Arabia, but anything Saudi Arabia, they'll be glad to hate because of the association with America.
In like, you know, lining up certain buttons that they can push at any given moment, being like, yeah, this fucking Hasan guy, he loves terrorism, right? It's just clip farming for the most part.
Saudi, UAE, Kuwait, sure.
That's it.
Probably anybody part of the Abraham Accords, Morocco, maybe, yeah.
Anyway, let's continue.
But I didn't see the whole thing, and I didn't realize you glazed him that hard, man. You didn't have to do that. I even tried.
Once again.
Oh, see, and Asmon is bringing up the point. Damn. It's so sad that, like, watching this objectively, like, AsmonGold is making more true points. Why? Why does it feel this way? Is it because the standards are different on the right? Like, Asmon can just say horrible shit and own horrible shit, and I don't think he has to misrepresent him saying horrible shit, because it's the right, it's conservatives. Whereas Hasan constantly has to play these, like, 2 or 3 layers removed games of what he's actually doing. Like, if AsmonGold were to interview a terrorist who was killing woke DEI people, I think Asmongold would just say, yeah, I did, and that guy's awesome and base or whatever. I understand why he's doing it. I think Asmon would just own it. Whereas Hasan has to always live in 2 worlds. I guess because Hasan is also trying to, like, present himself as, like, this kind of, like, he's always masked up. I mean, he said as much on that one show that his goal is to do propaganda, be masked up. But it's why he's able to go on shows like Pod Save America and shit. It's because he can mask up. So it's kind of difficult to fight with somebody like AsmonGold who doesn't give a fuck about it. AsmonGold doesn't have to mask up because conservatives are fucking crazy. They can just be crazy openly.
Not a terrorist. Just wrong. Wrong on that front.
To defend that. It's crazy.
Also, yeah, you know who else is a fucking terrorist? Luigi Mangione. If you think I wouldn't have a positive...
Really? Luigi Mangione is on the terrorist watch list? I don't even know if you can domestically do that. But, okay. Also, nice... Like, what are these comparisons? The Houthi kid is, or the Yemeni kid is like Luigi?
Interview with Luigi Mangione, you're wrong, okay? Yeah, I don't think AsmonGold is as charitable as I previously thought he was. I'm beginning to find out that maybe he is not as charitable. He has been. Fucking Chad's going W-based, based Nazis. But hey, no, wait. That's what a lot of my naysayers wanted, though. They wanted someone.
Now, I'm not going to bring up the point if when Ethan was getting attacked in Hasan's chat, and then Hasan said he couldn't control everybody saying...
It's cool that I already addressed this earlier today by saying, yeah, if my fucking chat was calling AsmonGold a Nazi, there's only so much moderation I can engage in when he's, you know, aligning, at least in this clip, ideologically with the position that the Nazis were presenting when they were engaging in the book burnings, considering that these, like, you know, medical...
Bro, listen to all of the qualifiers in there. Oh my God. Of course, my chat is going to call you a Nazi, not when you are a Nazi, but they're going to call you a Nazi when, at least in this clip, you're aligning with the positions that the Nazis had when it came to burning certain books for these reasons. Like, there's so many qualifiers. Holy shit.
That I already addressed this earlier today by saying, yeah, if my fucking chat was calling AsmonGold a Nazi, there's only so much moderation I can engage in when he's, you know, aligning, at least in this clip, ideologically with the position that the Nazis were presenting when they were engaging in the book burnings, considering that these, like, you know, this medical research was un-German, okay? Yeah, there's only so much moderation one can do. At a certain point, it turns into PR. It turns into sweeping, okay? That's it. That was my point towards Ethan, and I was 100% correct on that point as well, and I think many people just, like, deliberately misunderstood the position that I was pointing to, which is I defended Ethan for quite some time, regularly, told my community to shut the fuck up, said it was unproductive to yell about Ethan, that Ethan...
I don't remember this happening much at all, but okay.
...was not your enemy. There is probably an hour-long compilation out there that you can find throughout the entire past year where I was like, I don't care. There's a real situation here with Israel. I don't care about, like, drama. I don't care about what Ethan is saying, and that he is not your enemy, that you should, like, stop going after Ethan over and over again. Very charitable, okay? Very charitable. And the position that I had when I had that conversation with Ethan was Ethan basically saying that the Jewish Voice for Peace people were capos, collaborators of the Nazis, okay?
Did Ethan say that they were capos, or did Ethan just say that, I remember listening to this, Ethan just said he doesn't like it that they'll take these super fringe minority Jewish groups and then pretend that they represent the majority of Jewish voices, which is true. But
when you say that, people are going to think you're a Zionist. There is nothing I can do about that. That's my position, and it's still my position. Just like if AsmonGold keeps putting out videos where he's, you know, glazing Donald Trump and saying he's based.
If he keeps putting out videos, AsmonGold's not there yet, but he might be if he keeps up on this path. Oh my God, dude.
Or watching videos about how immigrants are destroying the culture of Germany or destroying the culture of Poland, and Western superiority must be maintained, and he agrees with that and goes, yeah, this guy's got great ideas. Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, inevitably people are going to assume that you agree with them. Like you said, you are agreeing with Nazis. So of course people are going to think you're a fucking Nazi. So that's my point. Just like people say, Hasan, you agree with Hamas, right? Why do people say that? Is it born out of nothing?
Well, no, it's Hasan. It's because you agree with Hamas. What do you mean? Or is he going to, maybe Hasan's going to give an example of things that he doesn't agree with Hamas.
No, it's born out of the reality that I agree with Palestinian emancipation, okay? Hamas is but a name only in this process, okay?
Oh. I thought they were the de facto administrator and government of and military arm of the 2 million people that lived in the Gaza Strip. I didn't know Hamas was just like a random LOL name. My bad. That's just my lack of education on that. Sorry.
No, it's born out of the reality that I agree with Palestinian emancipation, okay? Hamas is but a name only in this process, okay? That's why people say, Hasan, you're pro-terrorist. You're pro-terrorist over and over and over again. There's also untrue aspects of their commentary, like when they say I'm anti-Semitic.
I have to keep refreshing. 145. 40. Damn, this is some rich shit.
Their commentary, like when they say I'm anti-Semitic, or if they say that I agree with the internal dynamic or the political ideology of anything beyond just Palestinian emancipation, okay? There's a reason why people say this sort of stuff. They say it because I'm anti-Israel and I'm pro-Palestinian, okay? I know that. When talking about the terror watches a few weeks ago, you said something along the lines of that even the IRA were on the terror watches. Do you think the IRA aren't terrorists? You don't agree with... I'm confused. Like when you say, do you think the IRA aren't terrorists? Do you agree with Irish reunification or not?
What is this? The chatter's just trying to figure out because like, wait, hold on. So do you think the only terrorists are people who are like officially on the U.S. terrorist watch list? Or what do you mean by that, Hasan? And Hasan can't even like compute or engage with that question because he's up on like so many levels of like dipshittery right now.
Like, do you agree with British colonial occupation of Ireland? What the fuck kind of position is this? Terrorism is a political designation that is kept vague deliberately so that the colonial power or the more powerful party can just deny habeas corpus and basic human rights to the people that they've declared a part of the bad group.
Okay.
You know? That's my point. That's a British chatter, 100%. Irish republicanism is seen as still a terrorist ideology here because of the bombings in England and the sectarianism against prods. I'm going to be real, I support the IRA, but you can't pretend they weren't a terror organization. No, that's my point. Terrorism as a designation is a political one. That's the whole point, okay? The ANC were considered terrorists. They were fighting against apartheid South Africa. The IRA were considered terrorists. They were fighting against British colonial occupation. That's the entire point, okay? That's the entire reason for why this designation exists. If terrorism...
I don't know anything about the IRA in terms of like their stated political goals or what they were actually fighting for, like in depth, but I will tell you that it is essential. I don't know where this comes from historically, but I think the Republic of Ireland, not Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, for whatever reason, there are a lot of pro-Palestinian propaganda groups that are like, that work a lot in the Republic of Ireland, or there's a lot of pro-Palestinian propaganda there, and for some reason, somehow they have tied like the IRA shit to Hamas or whatever. So I think people like Hamas Abi will always run defense for the IRA and those people. I don't know when or what happened, like that these people became all like in the same basket of people, but...
is simply doing violence to a civilian population, which is like what I do agree with. Like as far as the designation, I agree. I think that the vague designation does not ever actually feature state violence, which it should. But I think at its base, if you want to consider something terrorism, you should consider it doing violence to a majority civilian population with the deliberate effort of making political change. If that is something that you consider terrorism, right? If that's what you consider terrorism, and that's, I think, as closest to the truth as you can get with respect to what terrorism is, okay? Then the American government would be the arch terrorist of the planet. That's it. The reason why I consistently show you people...
What would be an example, I guess, of American terrorism in the past 30 years, 35 years? Like, we didn't do... Like Iraq is the biggest military thing that people criticize for, but that wasn't terrorism. We weren't trying to effect political change by scaring the people. We just removed the prior regime. Like
people, movements, groups that were considered terrorists by states, right? That we now understand, now that time has passed, is not actually, like they weren't actually bad or wrong, and they had a moral position that was correct, is so you understand and interpret current instances of violence that are coming from non-state actors. Okay? That shit is food for people who feed on your content. You should talk about revolutionaries. I do. Yes. In the American Revolution, the founding fathers were considered terrorists by the British Empire. In Vietnam, the Viet Cong were considered terrorists as the...
Was terrorism a concept in the 1700s? I actually don't know. When did terrorism first appear as a concept? I mean, I'm sure like whatever they would have called them, it would have mapped on conceptually. Considered terrorism a product of 19th century revolutionary politics.
American military was dumping napalm on Vietnamese villages. Okay?
Didn't he say non-state actors before? America's a state, so I don't know what he means by that, but okay.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Here, I'll end it on this note, this beautiful note that I think many, even reactionaries, agree with. Here.
You said he disagreed with it being only for non-state actors. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Force? Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie. It engages in disinformation. The Pentagon actually measures nuclear radiation in something they call sunshine units. Israeli murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. Well, if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire, what do freedom fighters fight?
Yeah. Like, it's so funny because this whole criticism maps directly onto what Hasan is saying. Like, Hamas isn't a de facto administrator / government / military of a region. It's just a name. Or October 7th wasn't a terrorist attack. It was just an uprising. Or, you know, there weren't mass rapes or anything that happened on October 7th. Some people just happened to got sexually assaulted by non-militant fighters who just came across the border. Or, like, you could say the same, like, the Houthis aren't terrorists. They're just freedom fighters for Well, not for all of Yemen, but for whatever interest Hasan says that they even represent. I don't even know, you know. These people aren't bigoted. They just haven't had time to discover wokeness yet because of all the U.S. bombs. Like, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Asmon's chat thinks Carlin is right wing and love him. Yeah, that's why I showed George Carlin. A lot of right wing people think, you know, a lot of right wing people think George Carlin is right wing. Yeah, Palestinian hostages are called prisoners. Israeli hostages are called hostages. This designation still exists.
I love fighting.
You have to do shitting on Trump's Gaza plan. Yeah,
This
I
plan
saw
for
that.
Gaza that he's got going on.
Yeah, it was
which is
pretty
just,
funny.
Build a Trump property.
I'm gonna pee real.
Based. Jesus. Hey, some people are finally coming around to this. It's taken a while, but Trump officials fired nuclear staff, not realizing they oversee the country's weapons stockpile, sources say. Biden was run out of the presidential race for less than this. True.
This one. For example, the stuff about the condoms or the Politico thing, you believe it without checking it. The Politico subscriptions happen to be a Political Pro, which is a legit product. Yeah, but like, do they have that to InfoWars Pro? Do they have that to any of the other websites that are more heavy right-leaning? I bet they probably don't. And I think that whenever you see that kind of stuff, I think to myself, no, I think that there's something else that's going on behind the scenes. And I think also, like, because these companies are in fact a lot of times like acting hand in hand, enforcing these types of like government policies. I think
that's, you know, Politico enforcing all those. Oh, I guess never mind. It is because he's thinking of DEI. So
I think that's what's really going on. I think that they are being paid, and there is a certain.
Yeah, Political Pro provided a tool to track legislation that passed. Some of these companies provide like tools and stuff that people subscribe to use or to be able to utilize as like part of their media. I think Reuters, the company, not like they own like data tracking companies as well, but it's just. Wait, did I say RT? Did I say RT? I just meant Reuters. If I said RT, I'm thinking AP versus arrest, but Reuters.
Degree of back channeling. There's no InfoWars Pro. Yeah, so there's no way for them to give money to InfoWars. So you think don't you find it convenient that the only places that seem to be beneficiaries of a lot of these large payments of money are places that have one viewpoint?
Like, you know, you could very easily phrase that the other way of, isn't it interesting that the only people that seem to be providing factual services that give you up-to-date information about what's going on in Congress or on the ground all seem to come from one viewpoint? Like, you know, what about that? Could you consider that maybe? But
you don't find that to be interesting at all? Because I find that to be interesting.
I also love the cowardly, like, oh, it's interesting. Not sure if this is relevant, but here's a link to the full Houthi Hasan stream.
Yes, I find it suspect. And let's go a step further.
Oh.
Why do you think it's suspect? What would that possibly be? It's just a coincidence. Yeah. And so this is the thing. It's a controlled opposition. Yeah, maybe, right? And I see where chatter's coming from. Yeah, no, I get it, right? I get it. And I can see what you're saying too, but I don't believe it.
Okay, wait, what is this real quick?
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. I'm a journalist now. This is how it works. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that?
Didn't we already watch?
Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that. He probably doesn't speak Arabic. We need to translate to send him a message. We'll see. I'll Google Translate it as well. Is there like a different Arabic dialect in Yemen, or is it just straight Arabic is fine?
Congresswoman Tenney moves. Congresswoman Tenney moves to make President Trump's birthday a federal holiday. Trump's birthday coincided with Flag Day, which is observed annually and recognizes the anniversary of the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official U.S. flag in 1777. This would call it Trump's birthday and Flag Day. Wow. No one cares about introduced legislation, okay? Cringe shit.
I have the open invitation to either Hasan or Ethan. If they want to have the debate, they can have me, an unbiased third party. I am more than willing to moderate the debate between the two of them. I would need to know at least a little bit ahead of time, like kind of what the parameters are going to be. But I would do that. It'd be no problem. And so if they want to have that happen, that's okay with me. Let me go back in here and yeah. Let me see here real quick. And you just want to farm both of them? Well, of course I do. Absolutely, of course I do. Yes, and so, yeah, there we go. And will you be fact-checking? No, I don't agree with fact-checking in a debate. I don't want to fact-check. Now, if they wanted me to, I mean, that would be problematic. I don't think I could do it because there'd just be such a wide swath of stuff, like, because I would have to be able to do it in real time. And a lot of the people that fact-check in debates are not doing it. They have, like, in-ear pieces of people that are doing it behind the scenes that tell them, hey, wait about this thing, wait about that thing, right? So, like, one person being able to fact-check the entire... And also, like, if you fact-check people, I've been very outspoken about this. I said the same thing with, what do you call it? I said the same thing with... What was it that happened? I'm trying to remember. With Trump and Kamala debating, is that I don't want to see fact-checking because I feel like fact-checking will almost always be perceived by one side as being biased.
I mean, these are all good points. He probably thinks fact-checkers are all liberal biased, but I mean, these are fair points. I wouldn't expect one person to try to, like, live fact-check during a debate.
And it is pretty crazy that AsmonGold watched that fucking Ethan Klein video, and then his chat kept coming in here to be like, you're anti-Semitic terrorism lover. You should be banned. Why aren't you banned yet? Meanwhile, his fucking chat's going based Nazis.
Wait, did we already listen
But
to this?
hey, no, wait. That's what a lot of my naysayers wanted, though. They wanted someone with a diversity of opinion on the platform. So
And pick facts and, like, not talk about things in an
There you
honest
go.
way. But it...
on the platform for
Dude, I love how he ignores Destiny and he ignores his name and blacklists Destiny from every existing like bro, I'm not really gonna analogy, okay? But he's gonna like just try to erase all of it, right? But then when something goes wrong, guys, DGG. Oh, guys, wait, hold on. A topic? Wait, a debate? What is a DDG? A DGG or DDG? I don't know what it is. Hold on. The board's falling apart. Let me present to you guys. DGG. Well, you're welcome, chat. I find it to be
diversity of opinion.
It's just gonna...
I hope you're...
True. News report comes out in 2 months that asteroid chances of hitting Earth go up to 10%. Oh. Looks like DGG's back at it again. California wildfires. Trump blocks all the aid this time. I bet DGG had all their showers on in LA. They used up all the water.
Hey, all the DDGers, you did it. You did it. You wanted someone to have a different perspective reflected on the platform for.
Dude, I love how he ignores Destiny and he ignores his name and blacklists
Wait, this is the same thing we just watched.
Destiny.
Oh, you guys clipped the same thing. Good one.
Hey.